Hi, welcome back to Markets of Sunshine. This is Marcia, and today's video we are going to start the preliminary steps for our slow stitching sampler series that starts in just 15 more days on January 1st, 2024. So this slow stitching sampler series I have mentioned in a couple of other videos, and what we're going to be doing is using our slow stitch kits that you find in my Etsy shop, Markets of Sunshine, to make each quilt block. And you can decide what you want to do with your block. You can make a pillow out of it, you can do a quilt, table runner, wall hanging, frame it. The possibilities are endless. So I am going to be making a quilt for my bed. So there will be 12 blocks altogether. And there are going to be approximately, I think, 10 inches, 12 inches. But to start the foundation, so today's video is all about the foundation of what I'm going to be doing. And if you want to use this as inspiration, if you want to use it to follow along and do exactly the same thing, then you're more than welcome to do that. So what I did is I ordered Hexagon templates. I've always wanted to do a Hexagon sampler and quilt, so I will be incorporating a Hexagon slow stitch kit into this series, and there will be a Hexagon slow stitch kit coming up in the near future. So right now there are enough kits in my shop. I think there's at least, I don't know, 6 or 7 or more. So probably by I might add it in January. I don't know where along the way I'll add it, but anyhow, there will be a Hexagon slow stitch kit coming out. There may be multiple ones. So this set, I purchased it off of Amazon, and this is a 2-inch hexagon shape. I just love this. So I'm going to make a small one. So this will be the feature of the kit once I get it done. And then they graduate in size. Okay, this is the 6-inch. Okay, so this is a 6-inch. Wow, that's pretty big. I thought it was at least an 8-inch. Okay, so this is the 6-inch. So the smallest in the set was 2-inch. So here you can just picture it in the middle. And then the other one's 4-inch, obviously, 5-inch probably. I don't know how many were in there. Maybe it's 3, 4, 5, and then 6. They're out in the other room. I didn't have them here, so anyway. So each of my blocks are going to have a hexagon shape. It's not going to be the block shape. The block shape will be bigger. So this is a 6-inch. I was thinking of doing a 10-inch block. So my whole quilt would be the 10-inch blocks with this 6-inch hexagon shape as the focal point. Okay, now in the middle of this, because we're starting off with the tiny house kit, so in the middle of this is going to go the tiny house. So that is the focal point. So I wanted some kind of something different for the foundation. And now what I'm going to do here is this is going to be using up my scrap pieces of fabric. So this is what I thought I would do. Okay, so I just picked up a little stack of the fabrics that I had in the other room. This is just for demonstration purposes, so it's not going to necessarily be what I actually use, but I wanted to get us started. And the pink and white is where the theme I was going with to begin with. But okay, let me get the hexagon out of the way. So first I'm just going to lay the fabrics down, and in no particular order just layering them one next to the other one, and then filling it in. I may not use these little teeny tiny pieces for this. And then just filling it in as I go. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to overlap it so that I'm not having to fill in little tiny gaps. Okay, let me see. That's better there. Okay. Don't like that side there, but I'll turn it around this way. Okay. Okay, so this is, again, just to give you an idea. It's not exactly what I'm going to be using, but I just wanted to give you the idea. And this was out there on my project table, something I was working on. So again, just coming in with different fabrics that I happen to have right there at the moment. Let's come over here with this one. And everything that I have is going to be something that just is a, you know, patchwork style. Okay, now let me get the hexagon. Aha, there we go. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do the foundation. So the foundation is going to be a patchwork style, and then I will come and sew all of this down, sew it in place to this background foundation piece. Okay, so then you see here's the hexagon. All right, now then I will come and cut out all along here, the outside edge only of this hexagon shape, and then this block is what will go onto the 10 by 10 block. Okay, so I hope you're I hope you're following along with me on that. Okay, let me see. I want to fill in this outside couple of corners because I need that to be filled in. Okay, I have that piece and this piece. Okay, let me see if that filled it in. Okay, a little bit more. And then I have this piece. Okay, let's see if that did. Alright, this needs to come up a little bit. Let me see if I have enough room. Okay, there. So I'm using the edge of my mat, there's a mat underneath of this, to keep this edge straight. Okay, and then the corners, okay, that's fine. Okay, so then more or less now you can see, okay, this is it perfectly. Okay, so then I would pin all of this in place first, and then I will cut this outside piece and then stitch all of this together. Okay, you could do it on the machine, you can do it by hand. I'm going to do it on the machine. I will do hand stitching, slow stitching for the decorative accent pieces. Okay, so then after I have all of that stitched, then I will come in and start putting lace and ribbon and trim and things like that in place over the top of this. Okay, so this is not done yet. And then once I get all that completed, then I will come in with the tiny house and put the tiny house somewhere. So then just show you, you know, lace piece. So I would cut this down, you know, small and go across the seam. And what I like to do is I like to cover all the seams. So every seam will have a little piece of lace or trim to cover it up. And then I will come around, and then I don't know what color embroidery floss I'll use. but then I'll come in with the embroidery floss and then stitch all around it. But isn't that going to be beautiful? So a hexagon focal point border, hexagon border, and then the whatever the embellishment for the tiny house kit, which is going to be the tiny house to begin with, is going to be in the center of that hexagon block. So I think this is really going to turn out beautiful. I'm excited about it, so I wanted to give you that information so that you know you can start collecting if you want to get the hexagon shape, do the same thing. It's absolutely going to be beautiful how this turns out. And then why I'm going to put the hexagon on the 10 by 10 is because that will make it easier to attach all these together, because it's a little difficult to sew hexagon shapes together, and I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, so that's this video. So that's our foundation piece, and that's what we're going to be focusing on, and what each block will look like. We'll have the hexagon shape on top of the 10 by 10 in a patchwork design, and then we'll do the slow stitching, and then the tiny house will go in here. That's the first one we're going to do. So thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next video, and we will start actually working on this piece together. And as I'm assembling and doing each step, then I will do that with you on camera. So stay safe, keep creating in the sunshine, and I will see you in the next slow stitching sampler video. Bye-bye.